Please be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are sitting in the orchestra pit? Did you, by any chance, bring your instruments? Madam and sir, are you late for the afternoon concert or early? Madam, you take a seat in the brass section. Brass section, I said. Could you do something? Because I don't want to split up a couple. Would you be kind enough to move over to those chairs there? Can you get around there? They must have spent a fortune rebuilding this lovely old hall, but for 20 cents more, I could have gone all the way over. I'm a little short of breath because I almost missed the 8 o'clock elevator over at the Sheraton Hotel. I understand the parking situation is rather sad. Well, that's the first time in my life I've heard a sad announcement applauded. So maybe you like it that way. Yes. We're going to have an intermission pretty soon. Nothing like a good intermission when parking is difficult. Tonight we are going to have an intermission of approximately an hour and a half. You're traveling all the time, playing one-nighters is rather drastic. But it's amazing how the transportation is easing up, how easy it is to get around. Our last trip was from Boston to Baltimore. And believe me when I tell you, it took exactly 2 hours from a hotel in Boston to a hotel in Baltimore. Isn't this fantastic? Unfortunately, that night we were supposed to be in Pittsburgh. It really is fantastic with its jet flights. The only improvement so far I can see is if you could fly to the airport and then take a taxi from town to town. Oh, we also came back recently, my wife and I, from the West Coast. We had made a short visit to Las Vegas. I was invited out there for some negotiations about a contract. Have any of you ever been to Las Vegas? 2 of you. Well, I really was amazed. This is not a commercial, of course, for Las Vegas, in spite of the fact that I have enjoyed many hours out there. Long hours. And late hours. But the service is marvelous. I didn't expect it to be like that. The first morning we were there, my wife called down and asked for room service. And a half hour later, they sent up a table and a dealer. Because my wife doesn't gamble, so she sent the table back. And then, just before I left the apartment, I sent the dealer back. I don't gamble either. I understand, and this is the absolute truth. This is not a gimmick. This is not part of the show. But I understand that we are honored tonight with a young couple who have been married this afternoon, and they are spending their honeymoon I think on the stage, am I correct or not? This is not a joke. I give you my word of honor. Is it true? Will the groom please stand up, if he can? Is it you, sir? Well, it must be a man. Don't, Congratulations. Well, I did not intend to make fun of you, and I haven't done it so far. But I will tell you that I am very honored and delighted that you came here tonight to spend your honeymoon. I promise you I will make it a short show as possible. And I understand that you live, and I can't say that with a straight face, but I understand you live in Niagara Falls. This is your home. And you come here to celebrate your honeymoon. Anything wrong with the falls? People come from all over the world to honeymoon at the falls, and you decide to leave it at such an important moment. Well, do you have any Oh, I'm sorry, wait a minute. I'm so used to celebrate people's 20s, 50s, or 25th anniversaries or birthdays, so these questions are, of course, more or less standard. But in this case, I am really excited, and I hope that you will spend the happiest evening of your life in my company. Both of you. Now let me see your license. Yes, he's holding her hand. I'm going to play a couple of popular tunes, and I sincerely hope that you will recognize them. Because if you don't, they might not be as popular as I thought. Somebody come marching in now. This way, please. Right away, we have been expecting you. What did you say, sir?
You sell too many tickets and you cannot park your cars for old people.
Pardon me, please, for sitting down, but it's so uncomfortable to stand up and play these encores. Encores. That reminds me of the other night we played in Norfolk, Virginia. Most interesting audience, all experts on naval operations, you know, all kinds of. It was amazing and very fortunate because one never knows when one needs one. Was that too difficult to understand? I'm going to play a popular tune. You know that one? Well, I'm going to play a Chinese waltz. Chow mein. terribly sorry, but I don't know this one too well.